All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Office 365 Tips and Tricks webinar for September, brought to you by the Marks Group. My name is Megan Hagedorn, and today we're going to be talking about the following 3 tips. So first, we are going to create a geographical chart in Excel. So you probably know quite a bit about Excel's charting capabilities, but this is one feature that I think gets buried pretty far, and I think it's pretty nifty. So we're gonna walk through adding a geographical chart in Excel. Then we're going to switch over to Outlook 2016, and we will learn how to reply all with a meeting in Outlook. I know how frequently we need to respond to emails with a meeting, and this is just kind of one quick way to do that. Then finally, we are going to update the offline global address list in Outlook as well. This can be helpful if you're working offline and you need to reference your address book. Okay, so first up, the geographical charts in Excel. I've got my example spreadsheet here with a couple of different tabs. You can see we've got orders by country. I stuck to just this order example for the purposes of this webinar. We've got state, we have country, and then this third tab here, or third sheet here, we've actually got it broken down by counties in Pennsylvania. So I think it's pretty cool that you can get down to the county level. You cannot map like cities, things like that in here. It's got to be kind of an area of like a containable area that you're trying to map. So I think county is the most granular level we can map with a geographical chart. But to do this, we're going to go over to our Insert tab. And we can highlight our chart here, or our table. And we're going to click Recommended Charts. You can go straight to Maps, but I like this Recommended Charts feature as well. It kind of gives you a preview of your data. And if your data will work with a geographical chart, you're going to have the option to select that in the just in the second option right here. And we can see already, we can see a little preview of that. So I'm just going to click OK. And it should show up somewhere. Where did it go? Let's try that again. Highlight our table, insert, recommended charts, and we click OK. Where is it putting our chart? Ah, who knows? I don't know what happened there. I scrolled for a second and it reappeared. Okay, well here it is, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna click and drag this up here. And I'm sure it's got it duplicated a bunch of times. There we go. It's gonna let me edit this. Come on. I don't know why my Excel is being so slow today. All right. We're gonna try to edit this again. We'll say orders by county. Oh, we almost had it. Okay. Anyway, you get the point here. We're calling it orders by county. I'm going to expand this, and it's being really, really slow for me today, but at some point it should resize for us. But as you can see, it has kind of filled in each county that has data associated with it with a color, depending on how many orders have come from that county. This can be helpful if you want to map the number of customers you have per county, per country, per state, etc. There we go. So you can see that a little bit better. Let's see if we can change this on the fly too. I don't know that many counties in too many other states. Let's see. Let's try it here. So we've got Douglas, Colorado, El Paso, Colorado, Eagle, Colorado, Gunnison, Colorado. I think that's a county. Let's see. And then we've got Boulder County, Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Oh no. Okay, come on guys. Let's think of one more county in here. Pueblo County. All right. Yay, okay. So as you can see, we changed it up here and changed the state over to Colorado and added some information here. And again, this is just another example. This is just showing counties. It kind of fills in the area of the county. That's why I was saying that this will only work with like counties at the or provinces at the most granular level, and then states, provinces, and then finally countries. So you can't really get into like the city level. You cannot map street addresses, stuff like that, but you can map counties, states, countries. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to our Outlook tips. I've just got my bunch of messages from Microsoft here. So the first thing we're going to go over is replying all to an email. I picked this one because it's got a bunch of different recipients. So you can get to this nice little button in a couple of different ways. If you open up your emails in a different tab, it's going to be the same, or in a different window. We're looking for under the message or home tabs, depending on if you've opened this up into a new window or not. We're going to look for this meeting button right here under the respond or above the respond section. So we've got our message selected, and we're going to click respond with meeting. And that is just going to open up a fresh meeting invite. We can see the last email, the email that, or any emails below that actually, that we were referring to when we were asked to create a meeting or wanted to create a meeting from. And from here we can say this is a meeting to discuss XYZ per the below email. And this way you already have all of your recipients laid out here. Just makes it really easy. The subject's going to be whatever the subject of the last email was. So again, that's just from any email at all. Do not save changes. From any email, we can reply with a meeting just by clicking on this button above respond. All right, our third and final tip for today is downloading a fresh copy of our address book. So to do that, all we have to do is go to our Send and Receive tab. Then we go to the Send and Receive groups right here. And if you have multiple accounts that you're using in Outlook, it'll look kind of like this, where you're really only going to be able to do this with an Exchange account. And you're going to look for Download Address Book right here. If you click that, you're going to be able to download any changes since the last Send and Receive. And then we can choose the address book. We've already got Offline Global Address List selected. And we can click OK, and it will update that for us here. And that checkbox that we picked will allow us to only download changes that have been made since the last update. It's not going to download an entire fresh copy of the address list, even if there were no changes. All right, so those were our 3 quick tips for Office 365 for this month. Once again, that was first, creating a geographical chart in Excel. After creating a table with some data that can be mapped this way, we can select it, go over to Insert, and then you can either insert a map right away or go to Recommended Charts and have it kind of confirm that you can do it this way. The next tip we talked about was replying all with a email or with a meeting. Again, this is really handy for, I know how frequently we get emails and then immediately need to create a meeting based on that email. And this will just cut out the middle step of explaining what the meeting is for. It's already got all of the recipients included in this. So that's just really handy. And then finally, we downloaded a fresh copy of our address book by going under the Send and Receive tab, Send and Receive groups, and then Download Address Book. All right, thanks so much for attending. If you have any questions at all, you can email me directly at megan@marksgroup.net, or you can leave a comment on our blog over at marksgroup.net. These are the posts. Feel free to leave a comment. I do respond to them. Sometimes I just respond via email directly, so if you see a comment and there's no response, that's because I've just emailed the person. And sometimes I will leave a responding comment. So yeah, if you have any questions at all, please let me know, megan@marksgroup.net, or leave a comment on the blog, and I would be happy to help. All right, thanks so much for attending, and I will see you guys next month with a fresh batch of tips for Office 365.